Okay, here is how I look up flight trends. In your browser, type in flights.google.com and you get to Google Flights. It guesses where you are, so you can pick your city where you want to go. If there are multiple airports, it'll pick both of them, and then where you want to go. So if I want to go to Las Vegas and figure it out, the easiest way is to try with a one-way trip and just pick a random date close to when you're thinking of going. So if you're thinking of going the middle of November, pick the 15th, click search, and you'll get a list of flights. Here's where you can make changes if you would like to edit or exclude any of the flights. So for example, I don't like flying on Frontier. So if I go to airlines and then scroll down and uncheck Frontier, it won't be there. So, there's that. You can also pick nonstop only or one or fewer depending, and then, you can get those sorts of things. Down here, it gives you the flights for that day. But then over here, price graph is actually where you can look and see. And it doesn't tell you historical prices for the cities, like what it was a few days ago, a few weeks ago. We can do that in just a second. But what it does is it'll show you all of the days where the flights are, the price they are. And it looks like the $79 fare is the cheapest you can get on a nonstop, non-Frontier flight. So not a bad one. And so what I would do is just pick a few ideas of times that could work and then do the same thing for return flights. If you want to change the day, all you do is you pick the new day, pick OK, and there you go. So how does it work with round trips? Well, so here I did Tuesday through Saturday, so a 4-day trip. Then if I click on the price graphs here, it actually shows you the prices for a 4-day trip. And so I just happen to have the cheap one there, the 5th through the 9th. Also, the 9th through the 13th would also be $158 for a round trip ticket. If you're willing to go longer, you can click to 5 days and see what it looks like. 6 days, 7 days, 7 day, we have a few more options for $158 flight. You get the idea. And then, so again, if you pick which one you want, then you just click on the one you want, click OK, and it'll change those for you. Now, if you want to see a specific flight, what their average is. So this is United. Notice it says no roller bag. So that's something to keep track of that matters to you. You have to pay extra for a checked bag. Since Washington, D.C. is one of United's hubs, I have their credit card, which gives me a free check bag, even in the basic economy. And you might want to consider doing something like that if you fly on an airline relatively often. So anyway, if you pick these, you can get your flights. And then as you scroll down, here you go, you can see this cheaper than usual bit or more expensive than usual. And now that's for these two flights that I picked. What are the price histories? And you can see that up until 21 days ago, it was $500, and the cheapest was $495 for those two flights. They made a big sale down to $238, and then even a bigger sale. So right now is the cheapest it's been at $158. You can see here $158 is low. Usually the round trip nonstop flights between Washington and Vegas goes for between $400 and $650. And so, this is another good way to see whether or not the flight that you're thinking of is worthwhile and is a good price. So, what I would do is just, probably go and buy this flight if the times work for me, because the chance of it getting lower is probably pretty low. So that is it. Thanks for listening.